Good evening and welcome to this edition of Newsleader on 6. Today is Tuesday, November 3rd, 2015. I'm Jim Fuller.
And I'm Andrew Todd. In tonight's news, a Nebraska-based meat company has announced a major recall. Residents are reminded to change your batteries in your smoke alarms. The Highway 41 toy convoy traveled from Manchester to Tullahoma on Sunday. We'll have video from the Safe on the Square Halloween celebration in Manchester. The recently retired director of the United Way program was honored at last week's Tullahoma Board of Mayor and Alderman meeting. And the Shelbyville Golden Eagles have advanced to the first round of the Tennessee High School Football Playoffs. We'll have all these stories and more on tonight's Newsleader on 6.
If you're in the market for a new vehicle, Stan McNabb Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac is worth the short drive for savings that can't be beat. Take home this 2015 Chevy Equinox, 0 down, just $299 a month. Or how about this 2015 Chevy Silverado Double Cab, 0 down, just $369 a month. And as always, we will match or beat any dealer's price. So come check us out or visit us online at stanmcnabb.com. But please don't forget, when it comes to the best deals, if anyone can, Stan can.
All I have to do is think about what I was physically before and what I am now, and I don't ever want to go back to that original situation.
The overall mission of the rehab team is always what is best for the patient and how we can facilitate maximum potential from every resident.
Well, the most important thing to me is that I'm allowed to do whatever I want to do, you know.
Everyday miracles at Life Care Center of Tullahoma.
Welcome back. A Nebraska-based company is recalling more than 167,000 pounds of ground beef over possible E. coli contamination. According to the U.S. Department of Agriculture, All American Meats of Omaha ship the products to retailers all across the country. The recall includes 60 and 80-pound boxes of ground beef produced on October the 16th with a November 3rd sell-by date, a USDA inspection stamp, and an establishment number of 20420. E. coli bacteria can cause dehydration, diarrhea, and cramps. No illnesses have been reported yet in connection with the recalled meat. Customers who purchase the recalled meat should return it to the place of purchase or throw it away. For more information, call 402-734-6901 or visit the USDA website.
State officials are reminding Tennessee residents to make sure they change their smoke alarm batteries. Typically, residents change their alarm batteries when the time changes, which was Sunday night. State Fire Marshal Julie McPeak says residents should also take time to make sure their home and family are fire safe. She says batteries and smoke alarms and carbon monoxide detectors should be changed twice a year, and the time change is usually a good opportunity to do so. She says alarms should also be tested once a month using the test button. McPeak says they should be replaced if more than 10 years old or don't work properly when tested.
The Highway 41 toy convoy rolled from Manchester to Tullahoma on Sunday in an effort to raise money to provide toys for underprivileged children this Christmas. Newsleader's Bob Payne was at Daddy Billy's in Tullahoma where the convoy concluded and brings us this story.
I want to welcome everybody to the Highway 41 Toy Convoy. This is our 19th year, and it's people like you guys that have helped keep it going and help the kids Christmas. And we have got a lot of toys this year. It's the most toys I've seen in a long time. And we've got a special guest here. I want to point out right now, Miss Jean is sitting over there in a red sweater, and she is 80 years old. She's winning the patriotic vehicle this year, and she brought with her Santa Claus in the blue shirt you just saw come out. He was Santa's at Macy's in New York for years and years and years. He moved down to New Orleans, got displaced by Katrina, and he's now living in Tullahoma. Santa is 95 years old. And if he can come out and do this, that's just amazing to me. I hope we're all here at 95 years old, you know, without kicking the bucket. I think that's just awesome. But I want to thank everybody again, and the merchants, Tullahoma Police Department, Manchester Police Department, Coffee County Sheriff's Department, and all the fire departments that came out to join the convoy this year. I think it's wonderful, and I see Miss Jean is making her way up here to the stage. But y'all, when she comes up here, give her a big hand. God bless her. She's got 2 other trophies at home from the convoy. So y'all enjoy yourselves. Virgil T and friends are in the back, going to do a tribute to Dwayne Allman. So y'all get you something to drink and eat and enjoy yourselves. Thank y'all again for coming out.
A group of local young artists will be performing classical music at South Jackson Civic Center on November 20th. Newsleader's John Gray met with them last week and shares this report.
I'm here today to introduce to you some of the students and the director of the Young Artist Showcase that we started last year at South Jackson Civic Center. This production will be held November 22nd, Sunday afternoon at 2:30 p.m. in the South Jackson Civic Center auditorium. It is to be in conjunction with a concert on Friday night with Robin Spielberg. And I think what I will do is introduce Lisa Maurer, who is basically the lead on all this. And she's plays piano up at the THS Singers and 5 million other things. So Lisa, take it away.
Thank you. So we're going to have this concert on Sunday, November 22nd. We will feature very talented students of the local music teachers in Tullahoma. And let me have the students introduce themselves, and they can tell us the name of their teacher. Andrew?
I'm Andrew Mars, and my teacher is Miss Ann Baldwin.
I am Alec Yen, and my teacher is Miss Zimmer.
I am Paige Vaughn, and my teacher is Miss Donovan.
I'm Kelsey Burt, and my teacher is Miss Donovan.
I'm Grace Morgan, and my teacher is Peggy Burt.
I'm Marion Anderson, and my teacher is Lisa Maurer.
I'm Emily Yardumian, and Lisa Maurer is also my teacher.
So these are some of our students. There are a few students who aren't here today. They're sick or had band commitments, but it's going to be a wonderful concert, and we hope that everybody will come out and support the young artists of Tullahoma.
More Newsleader on 6 is coming up right after these messages.
The Kia Summers on Us sales event is going on right now at Russell Barnett Kia of Tullahoma. Let me tell you about this event. Purchase a new Kia Sedona, Kia Optima, Kia Forte, and receive 0% financing up to 66 months and your first 3 payments for free. For a limited time only, no strings attached. With America's best warranty, the 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, Kia is the power to surprise. The Kia Summers on Us sales event going on right now. Why buy anywhere else?
When your family suffers the loss of a loved one, the caring and compassionate staff at Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel are standing by to assist you in every way possible. We are proud to support local industry and offer only Batesville caskets. Many funeral homes don't own or operate a crematory. We utilize the only crematory in Coffee County. Your loved one never leaves Coffee County. We can accommodate any need and any budget. Consider our complete pre-need service to remove this burden from your family during their time of grief. Lock in today's low costs and protect from inflation. Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel. Our family caring for your family.
Welcome back. The City of Manchester held their annual Safe on the Square Halloween event last Friday. Newsleader's Pamela Spencer brings us this video.
Look, Kinsley said cheese.
What do you say? Trick make you work for your candy. Bye, Mickey. Hey, Spider-Man. Trick. Hi. We gonna say Miss Spider-Man. Cute dog. Little guy. I'm still figuring this out. Happy Halloween. Happy Halloween to you. There you go. And if you'd like to have your picture made in front of me,
Mr. Fuller.
She's not getting the
He's having a good time.
Hey, look up there.
Yeah, we gotta go get some more. Smile Page. Hey, Smile Page. Show him your teethies.
Look at that!
See it? I'll say. That's
Treat. Can you say trick?
Say trick or treat.
Do it, you do it.
Trick or treat, bud. Say hi. Wave to it, Lily.
Good.
Wave to it, Nyla. Hey, say hi. Smile.
Now watch where you're walking close to the edge. What?
Jay.
Sissy bud. Sissy.
Oh, Allie. He's so cute.
Steady.
That's cute. He's so smart. It's just like we just no? Okay. Thank you. Scary clown, scary clown. Walk over there and see him.
Hello.
Get in there. Go in there, Ross. He talk to you. Is he wave? Wave at the camera.
All right, good deal.
Okay, go and get him. Doggy talking. Look.
Oh, she loves
Bring him here. We'll give him some more candy. Yeah, there's the joker.
Look up there. She's not looking.
Look at the man.
Can't be worried about the car getting stuck.
Chicken.
And don't forget to tune in to Thursday's Newsleader. We'll bring you a video from City of Tullahoma's Halloween event. We'll be right back after these messages.
Stan McNabb Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac is your one-stop truck shop for any kind of truck you're looking for.
The all-new 2015 Chevrolet Colorado is here. Plus, we've got cab and chassis and dualies.
And a full-size pickup truck selection that goes on for miles.
And a huge selection of certified pre-owned and used trucks galore.
Check out all our inventory online at stanmcnabb.com or ILikeBigTrucks.com. Remember, Stan McNabb is a dealer that always has more trucks for less bucks.
We're losing it, Doctor.
Not on my shift. Quickly, brush. Roller.
What a transformation. It's gotta be okay.
Okay, nothing.
At Paintworks of Tullahoma, we specialize in domestic emergencies with Martin Senior Paints. You can be the paint doctor too when you treat your home with Martin Senior interior and exterior finishes.
Doctor, we've got another one.
Got you covered.
Paintworks of Tullahoma. Come see the paint doctor, Stat.
And welcome back. Sandy Hayes, longtime executive director of the Coffee County United Way program, was honored recently at the Tullahoma Board of Mayor and Alderman meeting. Let's watch the video from that meeting.
I think all of us enjoy the recognition of achievement and contributions that people make in our community, do we not? And Ms. Hayes, I think you were brought here under another guise for something else. But you were invited here that we could recognize you, and so let me ask you to step to the podium. All of us know Ms. Hayes, and we appreciate her work in the past 15 or so years as director of United Way. And United Way means a great deal to our community. The organizations they support through contributions from all of us in the community, from many of us in the community, go to support many good organizations. And oftentimes, if it were not for United Way, some of those organizations would be calling on us, okay, for financial resources. So she and her organization, our previous organization, do a lot of good work in our community. Here are just a couple of comments that we solicited about you, Ms. Hayes. Not only did she serve as executive director for United Way of Coffee and More Counties, she was also a member of many other organizations. She was a board member of the Tullahoma Area Chamber of Commerce before becoming president of the chamber, a volunteer for St. Paul's Catholic Church, member of Centennial Women's Club, president of the ADC Women's Club, singer in the community choir, performer at Tullahoma's Community Playhouse and in South Jackson Ghost Country, beach party volunteer, Kiwanis 41A Festival volunteer, and many more. This is from Alicia Bale. You're now the director of United Way. During my first 2 months serving as United Way's executive director, I have encountered many people in our community who cherish Sandy, not only for her contributions to our community, but for her warm, caring, and willing personality. Cheers to Sandy and the legacy she left at United Way of Coffee and More Counties in our communities. Now, what we would like to present to you is a recognition from all of us in honor of your retirement after 15 years of dedication to the United Way of Coffee and More Counties, serving on the board, coming out of retirement to serve as executive director, distributing $846,583 to nonprofits during 15 years of committed service and making a great impact on our community. So on behalf of the 18,655 citizens that call Tullahoma home, and by the authority vested in me as mayor of Tullahoma, I now therefore proclaim this day as Sandy Hayes Day in Tullahoma.
I really don't know what to say. I am deeply honored, and it's been such a privilege to be involved with the people of Tullahoma. I wouldn't have stayed there so long if I hadn't loved doing what I was doing, but it was time for a change, and Alicia's going to be wonderful in that position. And I look forward maybe just being a professional volunteer.
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you. Well, I was really excited. One of the first things I did in my job was figure out a way to recognize you, because it didn't take me very long to realize the impact that you've had. And the troop of board members here behind me wanted to make sure that you were honored well and fully. So after today's proclamation, we're going to be hosting a little reception for you on November 6th. You thought you were attending a strategic meeting, but you're not. So we will be hosting a reception for Sandy where you can come and stop by the United Way office at 101 West Lincoln and have a chance to say thank you to her and all her service. And we're going to have a lot of treats prepared and a whole list of what she's done, which is rather impressive. So I'm still working on compiling that. But anyway, thank you for letting us be here today and for honoring Sandy and the United Way as well.
We'll be right back with more Newsleader.
It's your trademark. That's something special everyone knows and remembers. It's your thing. It's made holidays special for decades and summers unforgettable for the entire neighborhood. It's made everyone laugh every single time. Don't let illness or injury keep you from doing your thing. The rehab team at Life Care Center of Tullahoma is ready to help you live well.
All right, the cat's out of the bag at Carroll Street Liquor in Tullahoma. Now you know where to go if you're planning a get-together and want the ideal wine or spirit. Party planning can be stressful, but at Carroll Street Liquor you'll find everything you need. Mixers, gift sets, and all of your favorite spirit brands. So if you're feeling the pressure to pull off the ideal party, come to Carroll Street Liquor and select among the seemingly endless supply of wines, spirits, gift sets, and more. Your perfect party, it's in the bag with Carroll Street Liquors.
Welcome back. The Shelbyville Golden Eagles picked up their 7th win of the season Friday night over Franklin County. That win propels Shelbyville into the first round of the high school playoffs against Hendersonville this Friday night. Jim spoke on Saturday morning with head coach Jason Hardy about the game.
Golden Eagle football machine was clicking on all cylinders from the very beginning last night.
Yeah, we came out and really executed the game plan well. I think I said it last week, but our theme really the last 2 weeks is we're already in the playoffs. We had to have a win last night to get into the playoffs in advance. So our kids have treated it really well in practice, and they come out Friday night and just put their best foot forward. And I thought we did a good job on special teams, offense and defensively, and for the whole night really played hard and got a chance at the end to play everybody. And when you have those nights, it's really either a really good night or probably a really bad night. And in our case, it was a really good night when everybody got to see the field.
And it started off in the very beginning, which you folks will see here in a minute. One play, I think, from the line of scrimmage when you first got the ball, Cunningham scores a long touchdown.
Yeah, Mason had a really good night last night. He rushed, I think he rushed probably twice, but he had over 80 yards, on one big play, and threw for about 250 yards. Got a lot of people the ball, and we scored from different people and different plays. First of the game, defensively, the first play of the game for them, we give up a long pass, but our defense settles down and forces them for 4 and out. And get the ball. And like I said, our first offensive snap goes for a 76-yard touchdown. Kind of set the tone for the night, and I felt like the whole night that we really had a grasp on the football game.
And of course the guys that have started for you all year. I'm talking, of course, your quarterback, your running back, your wide receiver, O.J. Davis, I think, came up big last night as well. So your seniors really played well for you last night.
They did, and I think everyone there you mentioned, Mason had a touchdown, Michael had a touchdown, OJ had a touchdown, Sente Muse, another senior, had a touchdown. So at the end of the year, when you're going to fight for playoffs, your seniors got to step up, and they did a great job. I thought they were across the board with Trey Kelso and Miles Wilson, Anthony Lentz, some offensive linemen and our seniors. Did an excellent job. And when you get seniors stepping up at the end of the year, that's when you're playing some pretty good football.
You mentioned some of the linemen, but your line was pretty banged up there for a time, 2 or 3 weeks during the regular season. How big did that figure into last night's win? Because I think everybody's back healthy now. Yeah,
this is probably the first year that we've had 2 weeks in a row the exact same offensive line that started the game and finished the game with the first offense. And anybody around football can tell you it doesn't matter what you got at quarterback, running back, and wide receiver. Everything in football starts up front. And you can tell just the last 2 weeks in the offense of how we've executed that. Having those 5 guys being up there solid on the front has made a big difference.
One of those guys missing there for a while was your center. How much did that play into the way you had to run your offense?
Well, coming into the year, and people were like, well, I should just hope so-and-so don't miss any games, so-and-so don't miss any games. And it was usually Mason Cunningham, Michael Eddings, O.J. Davis. But to me, I know that the one guy we couldn't afford to miss would be Trey Kelso. Mm-hmm. The guy that touches the ball on every snap first is the most important person, and that's where the whole offense starts. And those 3 games he was out, you can see a big difference in our offense. And having him back is huge on offense. Not only just because he touches the ball every time, but he is the anchor of the offense. He makes the calls, he gets us the tempo set, and he's a pretty good defensive player as well. So having him back's been huge, and hopefully he can stay healthy for the remainder of the season.
Okay. The Tullahoma Wildcats concluded their 2015 football season Friday night with a loss to Giles County. John Gray spoke with Coach Olive about this year's team.
And we'll do inventorying over the next couple of weeks. Our players were mandated by the TSSAA to give them the next 3 weeks completely off, which we always gave at least 2. Normally, fortunately, for us over the years, most time we've played into November, and we've always waited until after Thanksgiving to crank back up. And after school stuff, we most time waited until after Christmas. We'll try to let our young men's bodies heal up, let some of them's minds heal up, let some of them try to catch up in the classroom. And
how is that? How you kids doing in that aspect of the thing? Everybody run pretty good in that aspect of the classroom? Academic side of it?
In this first 9 weeks, out of 70-something players in the total program, we had 3 that we're concerned about, and we're doing things to try to help them.
Well, that's pretty good number.
It is, and we'll try to stay on top of those young men and keep up with their grades, and make sure that they understand. That's the important part. You want to get those courses. We've done a great job here academically at Tullahoma. If you want to go to college, I can't think of a better high school in our state that you could go to that will have you ready to go. And we worked hard at trying to get the CTE part of our school system. I know over the last 10 years there's been a big upgrade in that.
Don't forget to tune in to this week's Living Show tonight at 6:30 p.m., Thursday morning at 9, and Thursday, Friday, and Saturday evenings at 6:30 p.m. This week's guests include representatives from the Hands-On Science Center, who are gearing up for their annual Science of Beer and Wine event, and the Tullahoma Area Chamber of Commerce will tell us about what it takes to have a float in this year's Tullahoma Christmas Parade. We'll have Tullahoma's guest speaker for this year's Veterans Day ceremony as well. We'll have all this and more on this week's Living.
The Kia Summers on Us sales event is going on right now at Russell Barnett Kia of Tullahoma. Let me tell you about this event. Purchase a new Kia Sedona, Kia Optima, Kia Forte, and receive 0% financing up to 66 months and your first 3 payments for free. For a limited time only, no strings attached. With America's best warranty, the 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, Kia is the power to surprise. The Kia Summers on Us sales event going on right now. Why buy anywhere else?
We'll be right back in a moment with your weather forecast. Welcome back. We'll take a look at your weather forecast at this time, starting with your weather history on this day. Our record high was in 2003 at 83 degrees. The record low was in 1954 at 14 degrees. Average high on this day is 65 and the average low is 41. Tonight, look for partly cloudy weather with a low of around 58. Mostly cloudy weather expected on Wednesday with a high of 73 and a low of 59. And partly cloudy weather in your forecast again for Thursday with a high of 75 and a low of 66. And that's our newsletter report for this evening. We invite you to join us each Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 6, 8, and 10 for Newsleader on 6. You have a good evening.
Have a great evening.